living organisms and their surroundings. Components of habitat. Organism is a form of life. Habitat means dwelling place and is comprised of biotic and abiotic components. Biotic are living components divided into producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers, also known as autotrophs, produce their own food through photosynthesis. Example, green plants. Consumers, also known as heterotrophs, depends on producers or other consumers for their food. Example, animals. And decomposers break down dead or decaying organism. Example, microorganism like bacteria, fungus, etc. Abiotic are non-living components. Example, air, water, light, rocks, soil, etc. Biotic components are dependent on abiotic components. What characterizes you as living? Below properties emphasizes if we are living. Number 1, growth. All organisms do grow. Number 2, respiration, the process of inhalation and exhalation. Number 3, excretion. It is a process to get rid of wastes produced in the body. Number 4, movement. It is mainly done by animal but by plants through phototropism, geotropism, etc. Number 5, nutrition, the process of obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Number 6, sensitivity, ability to respond to external stimuli like heat, light, food, touch, gravity, etc. Number 7, reproduction, reproducing an offspring biologically similar to the organism. Number 8, adaptation, specific features in an organism to live in its surrounding. Number 9, lifespan, the length of time for which an organism lives. Death is inevitable. Acclimatization, the process in which an individual organism adjusts to a change in its environment. It is a short period of change. Example, adjusting to small changes such as a change in altitude, temperature, humidity, photoperiod or pH. Photoperiod, the period of time each day during which an organism receives illumination. Day length. pH. pH means potential of hydrogen. It ranges from 0 to 14. It is a measure of how acidic or basic water is. The range varies from 0 to 14. pH equals to 7 means neutral, that is neither acidic nor alkaline, mainly drinking water. pH less than 7 means acidic water. pH greater than 7 means alkaline. Habitats and its types. Habitat in the surroundings where organisms live. Biome is a broader term than habitat. Any biome can comprise of a variety of habitats spread over a large area. There are 3 types of habitats: terrestrial, land, aquatic, water, and even we have aerial, where habitats are in the sky. Example, trees. Birds, bats, and some insects live here. Now, terrestrial habitat. We can say forest, grassland, desert, coastal or seashore, mountainous habitat. Again, aquatic habitat. We can say freshwater and marine habitat. Terrestrial habitat of forest. Forests are home to 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity. Forests cover around 30% of the Earth's land. Forests play a critical role in mitigating climate change as they act as a carbon sink, that is, soaking up carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that would otherwise be free in the atmosphere and contribute to ongoing changes in climate patterns. Forests are of 3 types: coniferous forest, temperate forest, and tropical rainforest. Coniferous forest, found in areas that have long winters and moderate to high annual precipitation. It covers about 33% of the world's forest area. Vegetation composed primarily of cone-bearing needle trees like pines, spruces, firs, etc. And animals with thick skin and fur, example reindeer, lynx, wolves, and some with strong hooves, example mountain goats, are found here. Temperate forest, found between the tropical and boreal snowy regions, located in the temperate zone with high levels of precipitation, humidity, and with soil rich in nutrients. It is the second largest biome on the planet. It covers about 25% of the world's forest area. Plants like oaks, elms, maples, etc., and animals like raccoon, porcupines, and red foxes, etc., are found here. Forest, tropical rainforest. It is some of the oldest ecosystem on earth. Rainfall is abundant and temperatures are always warm here. Around 50% of the earth's plants and animals can be found here. The Amazon rainforest is the biggest rainforest. Approximately 25% of all medicines on the market today come from here. Among 200,000 species of plants thrive in rainforest. Plants found here are orchids, mahogany trees, rubber trees, etc. And animals found here are howler monkeys, spider monkeys, jaguar, lemur, lions, etc. Grassland habitat. These places receive more rain than deserts. It has less precipitation than forest. 1/4 of the planet is covered by grassland, found in the dry interior of continents between the mountains and deserts. Every continent except Antarctica has grassland. In Africa, they are called savannas and velds. Pampas in South America, steppes in Europe and Asia. Prairies or grasslands in North America and rangelands in Australia. Most of the plants here are grasses like foxtail, buffalo grass, goldenrod, etc. and animals like deer, lion, ostrich, emu, etc. found here. Few adaptation in lion. They have thick mane, makes males look bigger and protect lion's throat. They have strong jaws to help them consume bigger prey. They have heavily muscled forelimb and shoulder to add strength for capturing large prey. They have strong retractable claws equipped in foreklaws to help hold the prey. Their eyes set in front of head allow ability to judge distances when stalking or ambushing. They have sandy color to camouflage the lion among tall grasses while hunting prey. They have rough tongue designed to peel skin of prey. They have sharp teeth to tear flesh of prey. Desert habitat. The desert biome is a dry, terrestrial biome receiving very little rainfall each year, generally less than 50 centimeters. The desert biome covers about 1/5 of the Earth's surface and includes regions at a variety of latitudes and elevations. Temperatures vary greatly between day and night. Have high evaporation rates. Coarse textured soil. Drought resistant vegetations are found, namely various types of cactus, the desert sage plant, brittle bush, Joshua tree, etc. Animals such as camel, desert kangaroo rat, great roadrunner, etc. are found here. Desert animals like rats and snakes stay deep in burrows to stay away from the intense heat of the sun and comes out generally during night. Few adaptation in camel. They have 2 rows of long eyelashes to protect against blowing sand and the sun. They have fat stored in hump to help it to survive long periods without food and water. They have thick leathery patches on knees to protect it from getting burned when it kneels on the hot desert sand. It have broad, flat, leathery pads at the bottom of their hooves. Parts spread out when the camel places its feet on the ground, thus creating a snowshoe effect and preventing the camel from sinking into the sand. The nostrils can be closed. It keeps out blowing sand. They have thick fur and underwool. Provide warmth during cold desert nights and insulation against daytime heat. Long, strong legs help carry heavy loads over long distances and keep its body further away from the hot sand. Few adaptations in cactus. They lose very little water through transpiration. It has large stem that can store water. Widespread root system can collect water easily. Stems have thick waxy skin to reduce water loss through pores. Photosynthesis is carried by the stem. Spines instead of leaves reduce surface area for transpiration and protect from predators. Sandbanks, lagoons, and other habitats in close proximity to the sea. Vegetation includes mangroves, sea grasses, salt marshes, etc. Animals include frog, turtle, etc. Aquatic habitat and habitat with water. It includes areas that are permanently covered by water and surrounding areas that are occasionally covered by water. Phytoplankton are floating plants. Example algae, cyanobacteria, zooplanktons are small floating animals. Example krill, jellyfish, squid, conger eel, etc. They eat phytoplankton as part of their survival. Aquatic habitats are of two types: freshwater aquatic habitats and marine aquatic habitats. Freshwater aquatic habitats. Habitats with low level of salt, less than 1%. They include rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, swamps, wetlands, bogs, and lagoons. Plants found here are water hyacinth, free-floating plant, hydrilla, samosh plant, lotus-rooted floating plant, etc. Animals found here are frogs, snails, alligator, turtle, river dolphin, crustaceans, etc. Here are some examples of crustaceans. Here you can see brinch shrimp, crab, crayfish, krill, etc. Animals' adaptation includes gills, streamlined body, web feet, etc. Freshwater habitat. Roots are reduced in size and hold the plant in place. Stems are long, hollow, and light. Stems grow onto the surface of water. Leaves and flowers float on the surface of water. The leaves are covered by the waxy layer that protects them from excessive water. Some have narrow and thin ribbon-like leaves to help bend in floating water. Eelgrass is a samosh plant with the exception of white flowers that either grow on long stalks or fall off shorter stalks and float in the water. Leaves are thin and ribbon-like and are usually 1/2 to 3/4 inches wide and grow to be 3 to 4 feet in length. Some have highly divided leaves through which water can flow without damaging them. Marine aquatic habitat. Marine habitats are aquatic habitats with salt concentration of more than 1%. They include oceans, seas, and coral reefs. Oceans and seas cover over 70% of the Earth's surface. Coral reefs support a huge community of life, including the corals themselves. Plants found here are kelp forest, underwater high density of kelp, sea grasses, etc. Animals found here are squid, octopus, whale, etc. Marine creatures also live in estuaries where rivers and ocean meet and the water is still salty. Coral reefs provide marine habitat for tube sponge, which then become habitat for for fishes. Mountainous habitat. It defines the terrain rising above the foothills. These habitats include coniferous forests of several juniper and pine species, deciduous stands of aspen, meadows, lakes, streams, valleys, alpine tundra, talus slopes, and open rocky terrain. Vegetation found here are pines, oaks, spruce, deodars, etc. Animals generally found here are elk, bighorn sheep, mountain lion, boreal toad who lay eggs in mountain, ponds or streams, snowy owl found in Arctic region in Eurasia, giant panda, etc. Hope you like this video. Thank you.